Hello everyone and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Mythic Reflections MTG Arena Standard deck. In this deck we play Mythic Reflection, the 2-mana instant where you get to choose a non-legendary creature, and next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creatures. You can also foretell the card for blue, which makes it flexible. And this card can do a lot of things. And so we've built this deck to combo around this card while still being playable otherwise. So, what do? Well, Forbidden Friendship allows you to have 2 creatures enter the battlefields. So if you have a Mythic Reflection Forbidden Friendship, you have 2 creatures entering as a copy of anything on the battlefield. What do you want on the battlefield? Well, your opponent can play some good stuff, but you can play Terror of the Peaks. And then if you have 1 Terror of the Peaks, you play Forbidden Friendship with Mythic Reflections. You have 2 Terror of the Peaks entering the battlefield. First one triggers, 10 to the face. Each of the new one triggers, 5 to the face, 5 to the face, for an exact 20. Then we're also playing Woestrider, because Woestrider summons a 0/1 goat as it enters the battlefield, with also the serviceable body as well as the escape written on the card. Why do we want a goat in play? Because we can Mythic Reflection our own creature as our opponent's creature is about to enter play, which means that we'll give our opponent a 0/1 goat. And what do you like to give your opponent even more than 0/1 goats? The 0/1 tokens that can't block and deal 1 damage to you. So the absolute funnest thing to do with this deck is to attack your opponent with Relic Robber. Give them 0/1 tokens, and then as they go to play creatures, Mythic Reflection. Your creature is a Goblin Construct that'll deal damage to you. Have fun with that. So Goblin Robber and Woestrider allows you to basically have a counterspell for creatures that give your opponent negative stuff. And Mythic Reflection can also copy your big creatures or Terror of the Peaks into massive creatures. Then we're also playing 2 Myriad Constructs, because if you target your Myriad Constructs, tokens are going to fall off. And since they fall off all at the same time, Mythic Reflection can transform those into a creature of your choice. Now we're playing a bunch of these small token makers in Woestrider, Forbidden Friendship, and Myriad Construct. But what if we don't have the Mythic Reflection? That is when we play the trickster-god heist. The trickster-god heist allows you to exchange control of 2 creatures. So give your opponent a goat and take one of their big creatures. Seems like a fair exchange, right? And then you may exchange 2 target non-basic creatures that share type. That rarely comes into play, but you could steal a powerful enchantment by trading the Saga, for example. Or you could steal a land to activate some of your opponent's abilities with the creature that you've just stolen. And then you get to drain your opponent for 3 as an added bonus. But really we play this to trade creatures. And then to round up the deck, we're playing 3 Heartless Acts, 4 Bone Crusher Giants, and 3 Behold the Multiverse as removal and card draw, and just generally good stuff. In terms of lands, we play all the relevant pathways as 4 copies, and then we're playing Scrylands, 3 Fabled Passages, and that is about it for this list. Now let's see it in action and see what we can do with Mythic Reflection. We're playing Mythic Reflection in MTG Arena Standard against RK12. Alright, that's decent, and we go first, so we'll keep this. Temple of Epiphany. Second Woestrider? Nah, 1's good enough. Shatter Skull Smashing. We'll play the second tap land. 1's enough of those. Yeah, 1's enough. We really need an untapped land. Well, a land, actually. Right, well, let's play our Woestrider. And pass the turn. Fire Prophecy, killing our Woe Strider. His opponent is playing green-red control? Maybe? I'll play this tap. No, I'm not really interested in another Woe Strider. I think I've already said no to that. And I'll pass the turn, keeping Bone Crusher Giant up. Battle Mammoth. I'd prefer if that was a goat. Although I guess trickster-god heist probably would have been better. Oh well. Time to give you totems. Totems. Goblin construct. Gotta use the proper terminology. What is playing Jun? Bloodchief stirs the ghost. Because Relic Robber seems like a 2-drop, but it's actually a 3-drop. Our opponent really wanted to get rid of that goat. Let's play the Myriad Construct. 4/4. Target this, my friend. Target this. Beanstalk Giant. Or a swamp. Snow-covered swamp. More lands. But if you're going to be playing lands, I'm going to be playing Terror of the Peaks. Final take some burn in order to get the Heartless Act. Alright, E7/7. Alright, that's fine. Want to trade? Because I'm quite interested in trading. Trading your 8/8 for you 1/1, that is. Stomp the Myriad Construct. Triggers it. I get 4 tokens instead. Of course, that does cost me the Bone Crusher Giant. But that's okay. Toralf. God of Fury. That's also a really cool card. Where a creature deals excess non-combat damage. I don't want that. But I think I care more about the Beanstalk Giant. Thank you for the trade. I do like Beanstalk Giants. Though maybe Toralf would have been a better choice. No, I don't really want to trade. Yes, I will exchange your 2 lands. Which does nothing. Play this. Don't think Toralf. Because your creatures are better than mine. And I really want to play with your creatures. Again, because they're better than mine. And now we foretell. Foretell, behold the multiverse. Cultivate. That is fine. I care not that you cultivate your lands. Esika, God of the Tree. Our opponent's playing some fun stuff. Sure. Target player loses 3 life. I'd rather that be you. Alright. And now we Shatter Skull for 4? So this, whenever a creature you control or planeswalker an opponent controls deal excess non-combat damage, throw deals damage equals to the excess to any target other than that permanent. Alright. What am I doing? Let's just stomp token. And ping you. And then we attack for lethal. Much better. And he takes 7, and that is game. Thanks to the trickster-god heist. And the Mythic reflection, which allowed us to transform the big bad mammoth into a goat. We are playing Mythic Reflection on MTG Arena Standard against Juggle Guy. Alright, we have all our colors, so we'll be keeping this. Temple of the Seed first, then Forbidden Friendship. As the opponent is presenting a Speaker of the Heavens. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's another red source. Opponent plays the puppy. Super dog. Da 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 da. We already have an island. So we'll play this for red. We'll play the Forbidden Friendship. As we now enter the realm of 2 blockers. And we'll try to keep your life total a little lower than the 27 required for the activation of this guy. Doesn't look threatening, but once he starts spawning some angels, it's a different story. Supply the selfless savior. Let's play this and the Woe Strider. Because why not? Sure. 1 point of damage from the big bad dino. Well, small nice dino is probably more accurate. I mean, he's in the Forbidden Friendship and he's a 1/1. So it's more small loving dino than the big bad one. Giant Killer. Opponent really is playing just white weenies so far, but 1/1 weenies, which isn't too threatening. Alright, so now we have a ton of lands. Guess we pressure? I don't even feel like pressuring here, I just want to behold the multiverse. Draw some cards. Play some Terror of the Peaks, and ideally Mystical Reflection or Terror of the Peaks. With another Forbidden Friendship. Skyclave Apparition, sure, that's good. Exile my Woe Strider. I don't care, I've got plenty more where they're coming from. Also I'll get an ambush you on the attack. So then I want a Heartless Act, the Skyclave Apparition, ambush the Giant Killer. Probably not worth it. Let's just behold the multiverse. Mystic Reflection. I like. And Forbidden Friendship. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, so we need to play the Terror of the Peaks. It needs to not die. No, there's no way we're playing all of that in 1 turn. So let's just go with Terror. And hope for the best. No! No! The Terror of the Peaks. Ugh. We had it. We had it. Now you're going to force me to do the other plan, which is Relic Robber. Hit you with the Relic Robber. You're seriously going to double block my Relic Robber? You are the king of lifelink, you know. Thank you. Alright. Let's see how many of those you can withstand. Vanishing Light. Sure. Take out all the fun out of what we're doing. Now I would kill the Sky Cave Apparition with a Heartless Act, but I have something more fun planned for it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cast the Heartless Act on it, just so the Alsate of Life's Bounty is going to be out of the way. Alright. Some things are going as foreseen. Trickster-god heist. No thank you. You want a Myriad construct here. And yeah, we'll attack you with our 1-1. Put some pressure. Take damage from the construct. That's right. And now we get to Heartless Act our Myriad construct. And target Skycleave Apparition. And then we get to exile our opponent's board. See, you can never escape the Mystic Reflection. Just comes back and haunts you down. Next time a creature enters the battlefield, it will be a Skyclave Apparition. Tell me you don't have anything with Flash. Glorious Protector. Alright, you may exile any number of non-angel creatures you control. So I'll exile the Skyclave Apparition and the token. Mystic Reflection fizzles. Well, I'll punish you for that. And I will trade you a goat for your Glorious Protector. And then I'll attack you. That's what you get for messing with me. Then we'll want to get rid of that Castle Arvindale, because it could become a problem. Our opponent just really wanted to mess with our Mystic Reflection. We'll have lost the Battle of Coolness, but we'll have won the war. I could steal the Vanishing Light. But I would like to take this. Alright, and now we have a Castle Arvindale. Well, I kind of like that Glorious Protector. was cool to me. So let's try that again. Mystic Reflection, like Inglorious Protectors. And on that, I'm going to kill my Myriad Construct. And we have a whole bunch of Glorious Protectors. We did eventually get it. Now, can you fight through my army of your angels? I'd rather not exile my tokens. It's typically frowned upon. I want to attack. Also played a Forbidden Friendship. Just so we have blockers for that seasoned Hollow Blade. And we should have at least 9 in the air for next turn. Which will be good enough for lethal, especially since we'll get the last chapter of the trickster-god heist. Ping you. And move to combat. Good game indeed. Very good game. We are playing Mystic Reflection on MTG Arena Standard. And our opponent is Rex. Feels like we've been playing Rex a lot. I remember at least his name. Not that it's very hard to remember. Alright, so we have a slow hand. Well, I guess we'll keep this because we're on the play. We have all our colors, and we have a turn 2 Foretold, Behold the Multiverse. Let's freak our opponent out a little bit. Make him think we're playing rogues. Because what other deck would be playing the Clearwater Pathway? The opponent is unfazed. I think I want to scry here. I do not want this land. If at all, I prefer land that taps for red. So we get to play our Terror of the Peaks. Terrors, terrors. Opponent swings for 3. Exiles a red source, which you would have liked. We get a Mystic Reflection, which is good. Especially since we're going to give you a Goblin Statue. There you go. Goblin Statue. Pings you for 1. Swinging at us. Did the Goblin Statue enable Evercleave? No! We've just enabled an Evercleave with the Goblin Statue. That's okay. It's really not, but... Nah, let's go to combat. Give you more Goblin Statues. That's how we play. And pass the turn back. Goblin Statues, ping you for 2. Opponent swings at us. We will stop the Fervent Champion. I'll take the 6 points of damage. And we live through a shock. Opponent is playing a Goblin Statue. Thank you, opponent. Opponent is playing a Fireblade Charger. And now we're in trouble. So what are our options here? Behold the Multiverse doesn't draw us anything, so we'll just lose to that. We can play the Bone Crusher Giant, double block the Robber, and we'll live at 1. Opponent will take 3 off of the Goblin Constructs. I think we are out of options. I don't think there's anything we can draw with Behold the Multiverse. But let's play it anyways. Behold the Multiverse. Ooh, Strider Mountain. Why not? If we're gonna lose in style. And you will take 3 from the Goblin Constructs before killing us. Unless you decide to hold back. In which case I have a terrifying friend to show you. Although maybe the Woe Strider would be better. Alright, that'll do it. Yeah, that does it. But we got to give our opponent a Goblin Construct. That was nice. We just couldn't quite hold on. We are playing Mystic Reflection in MTG Arena Standard against Sprinklet. Sprinklet. That must be it. So that is a lack of red sources, but we go first. We have a tap land and the trickster-god heist. Or mulligans. So I'm guessing that our opponent is going to be playing some Tybalt trickeries. Our opponent just had a bad hand. That also happens. Let's see. We have the Temple of the Sea, deceiving our opponent into thinking that we are playing elves, but we are not. And by elves I meant rogues, because I am distracted. Distracted by our lack of red. And the trickster-god heist. So Tiber doesn't give us much information, but we'll play Woe Striders. And begin setting up the Horde of Goats. Goats. When in doubt, they should be your go-to. These are the type of jokes that I should not be repeating out loud. Well, let's attack with Woe Strider. It's the only thing we can play, so we'll play another Woe Strider. Opponent's probably playing some level of Controller's Shell, since you haven't seen anything. Hopefully we see a big creature. Relic Robber. No, we don't have enough red sources for that. Six in the face. We'll be able to play our red stuff next turn. Well, not the Terror. Forbidden Friendship's a little weak. So I guess we'll get to play Relic Robber next turn. Potentially. It depends. Kind of half expect a board wipe here. Valky. And a countered Valky. So our opponent is playing Tybalt Trickery Shenanigans. Alright. That's really good for us. Koma, the Cosmo Serpent. It's our turn. You get a 3/3 coil. And I like your Serpent. I'll trade you my goat for your mega legendary Cosmo Serpent. Do you accept the trade? Thank you very much. You are a kind person. Too kind. It was a pleasure trading with you. Yeah, indestructible doesn't save you from being traded. Even negating the tapped abilities. Koma the Cosmo Serpent. The card that dodges almost everything, except a trickster's god heist. Or the trickster's Cosmo Serpent legendary creature that puts you in a coma heist. Unless you have another Tybalt's Trickery, I'd say we're gonna win the Trickery. Actually, I should have stolen one of the red sources. Now that I think about it. In the end, it doesn't matter, because Coma deals the job in our deck that doesn't play any green. We are playing Mystic Reflection on MTG Arena Standard against Bulatang Klahao 23. Yeah, I can get behind that. Peopled Passage for blue, then we have a Bone Crusher Giant enabled. 2 Bone Crusher Giants. Pass the turn back. Ooh, a target, Target practice. Stomp it. Stomp on it. That's what giants do to flowers. They stomp them. Actually, it seems to be humans, but let's say flowers. Opponent foretells a card. Split this as a black source. And play a Relic Robber. Because we know you love Goblin Constructs. They're solid. You want more Goblin Constructs. I know you do. Who wouldn't? The opponent uses the Goblin Construct to turn it into a Gem Raiser. That's interesting. And now I want the Goblin Construct. So I guess I can steal it. So we want a second red here. So you could play a Trickster's God Heist and steal the Gem Raiser. And give him the Relic Robber. I think I'd rather play the Woe Strider first. That way we have some quality trading targets. Namely the goat. That Gem Raiser is angry at you. Crush the Weak deals 2 damage to each creature. Huh. Okay. Well, let's scry. So you still have the Gem Raiser. Which is a problem now. We get a Forbidden Friendship Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, that's probably fine. Side the Relic Robber. Though that I really have a use for it. I wasn't expecting that. That's a weird rule list. Let's play Bone Crusher Giant. Let's offer the manual trade with the Gem Raiser. Just a good old 1-for-1 exchange. After all, that Gem Razor is going to kill you in 13 turns. Yes. Elder Gargaroth. Exactly what we needed. Trade accepted. I like Elder Gargaroths. Myriad Construct. Why not? I would like to offer you a trade. Yeah, I'll attack you with a 1-1. Opponent Gem Raises to destroy our trickster-god heist. Yes, I will block. I'll draw a card. I assume you have a trick. That's a trick. That we get to kick a Myriad Construct. So we have a 7/7. Now it's the battle of the mighty creatures. And Bone Crusher Giant just not big enough. So let's attack with our 7/7. And the pressure is on. Let's get Woe Strider, Bone Crusher Giant. Actually, I could have kept that. That's okay. Now the opponent is under threat of lethal from our 2 creatures, and that's enough. We are playing Mystic Reflection on MTG Arena Standard against Belongzang 99. Alright, 3 lands, Terrors of the Peaks. One goes first, but we'll keep that anyways. So a Fable Passage for blue, I think. Change plans. Play this step. Pass the turn back. Opponent is playing Gruul, by the looks of it. No, Teamer. Probably Teamer Adventures. Okay. Opponent is playing Tybalt's Trickery into a Genesis Ultimatum, into a turn 2 Ugin. Alright. So the opponent just wants to Tybalt Trickery as a Stone Coil Serpent. Alright. I'm not sure what to say to that. I guess I'm gonna say GG. I'm kind of curious to see what else our opponent is playing. What's your ultimate? Gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, put 7 permanents from your hand on the battlefield. I get the feeling that that's pretty lethal. Alright, well, we'll play this for red. Play a Relic Robber. Ooh, and we get a spin again. We get a Bone Crusher Giant. For free, we'll keep Ugin off of it. His ultimate. If only we had a cheap Planeswalker that we could play for a trickster-god heist. But unfortunately, we can't trade a creature for a Planeswalker. So instead, we are going to be stuck using Relic Robber to keep on pinging Ugin. I mean, we're putting up a fight. It's really not a fair fight.
I will destroy if I must.
Well, we have a Mystic Reflection, any Forbidden Friendship, and way too many Terrors of the Peaks. So let's go Bone Crusher Giant, and hope that we can beat our opponent off with multiple Terrors of the Peaks. Although I don't think we'll survive the next turn. Turn 5 Ugin alt after we've pressured it every turn we could. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But this deserves an emote. Yeah, although... Actually, we can make a bunch of big dinosaurs. Let's see what our opponent plays, because we can Mystical Friendship. Although... yeah, that's going to tap all my stuff. Opponent's thinking about Valkying into a Terror of the Peaks. Don't have enough. But we do get to summon the pair of 11/11 trample haste creatures. Oh, Tormod's good. Okay. So there are a bunch of zero-costed things. Emergent Ultimatum. Yeah, let's see what we can copy. Because we can get to copy, we get 2 copies of our opponent's best creature. With haste. You may have a free Tybalt string. No, choose one to be shuffled into your opponent's library. Valky will get shuffled. So you get the Tybalt's Trickery. So you counter your Emergent Ultimatum to get another spin of the wheel. No. Okay. Alright, well. No, actually only one of them gets haste. That's okay. We still get to do part of our thing. Oh, it doesn't enter with haste. I'm disappointed. And now we lose. This deserves our opponent to just get the final blow in. transforming Valky into a terror to piece. And that is game. That is game to Tybalt's trickery. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.